Prabandham, teaching Ramanuja 4,000 Divya Prabandham. And some clash happens between the wife of Ramanuja and Mahapurna's wife. That is why Mahapurna and his wife, they leave the place, and all those things also we saw. Then how Ramanuja, when he sees that his wife is not really having that love for everyone, when especially when beggar comes and he's asking, please give me something to eat, she says, I don't have anything. At that time, Ramanuja is so upset. He says, when we have everything, why don't we feed? Anyone who comes to the house, we should feed them. That too, having food in the house, we say we don't have anything. That's a wrong thing. So he thought of a plan and slowly sends her to her house. Goes to Varadaraj Perumal and takes sannyas initiation from Varadaraj Perumal himself. That is how he gets the name Ramanuja. Till that we had discussed last time. Now, after taking sannyas initiation direct from Varadaraj Perumal, the medium is like Tirukachi Nambi. Anyhow, because of the Pujari, Lord reveals through the Pujari. And the Ramanuja name is also given by Varadaraj Perumal. So he leaves the house, joins the monastery, that means joins the matha. Now the news has come that Ramanuja has taken sannyas initiation. Everybody is happy. And at last, we have our Acharya to give us 4,000 Divya Prabandham, teach us Sri Vaishnavism, especially the Vaishnavas in Sri Rangam. They are very happy because Nammalvar has already predicted that Ramanuja is going to become the Bhavishyat Acharya. 5,000 years before itself. Ramanuja's appearance is 1,100 years before. But 5,000 years before itself, the prediction is that Ramanuja is going to be the Bhavishyat Acharya. He has taken now sannyas. That means he's going to completely focus in giving the spiritual education. Now, Ramanuja in the mutt is thinking, I need a colleague. I need someone so that I can do it with him. Because you need one assistant, isn't it? Any activity, you need a support, you need an assistant. He was also thinking, who can be the best assistant? It's none other than my own cousin, Govinda. What happened when Yadav Prakash had taken everybody to Varanasi with a plot of killing Ramanujan? The same Govinda, who is Deeptimati's son, Kantimati, Deeptimati, both are sisters. They both are sisters of Shailapurna. Tirumalai Nambi, Shailapurna. So, Sri Shailapurna also they say, or Shailapurna also they say. The Kantimati is mother of Ramanujan. Deeptimati is mother of Govinda. It so happened, Govinda gave the information that Yadav Prakash is going to kill you. He has made a nice plot of drowning you in Ganga. So that is why Ramanuja fled away from that place. But here Govinda, he was tricked by his own teacher, Yadav Prakash. And what was that trick? To convert him into Shaivism. So he made such a trick where one linga used to come and stick in his palms. So he was trying to remove it, but it was not happening. Then he said, see, Lord Shiva is so happy with you. He's bestowing mercy onto you. So in this way, somehow, he converted him to take up Shaivism. Shaivism here refers to tell that Lord Shiva is the supreme person. His name also was changed and he was sent to Srikalahasti, that is near Tirupati, Srikalahasti. His name was made to Purvat Alvan Mudalayandan. This is the name given. Sorry, not this name. Another name is given. Wait, I will say something. Nice name was there. I'll give you that name. Very beautiful name is given to him. Nayanar. Sorry. Nayanar name is given to him. that you now Lord Shiva has accepted you, and Lord Shiva is now considering you as the best devotee. So now you should just worship him. His name is given as Ulangal, Ulangal Konerunda Nayanar. This is the name given. Ulanda Konaranda Nayanar. This is the name given. And he was worshipping Lord Shiva, that Lord Shiva is the supreme person in Shikalhasti. Ramanujan is thinking, somehow I should try bringing Govinda back. So what he thought was, I will send a secret message to my uncle, that is Shailapurna. And in that message, what he had written is that your sister's son, that is your own nephew, has taken to Shaivism. Somehow convince him that it is Krishna who is the supreme person. It is not Shiva who is the supreme person. So a wrong understanding of the position of Lord Shiva has to be removed from his consciousness, and he has to be brought back to the faith of Vaishnavism. Because Lord Shiva is also great Vaishnava. Considering him as God is actually a biggest offense towards him. He has to be brought to this faith of Sri Vaishnavism. So in this way, Ramanuja sent a secret message to Shailapurna. There what happens and all, next we'll see. But now let us see here what happens in Kanchipuram. Now in Kanchipuram, Ramanuja has joined the Matha. Two people come to know this news. One is own sister's son, that is Dasharathi. Ramanuja's sister's son is Dasharathi. So happy. Oh, at last, Ramanuja is there to give us a wonderful guidance on Sri Vaishnavism. And then Kuratalvar. Both are so happy. So Kuratalvar, about him also, we will see. Kuratalvar, we will see about him also. So Kuratalvar, he came all the way from Kuram. There is a place known as Sri Kuram, or Kuram also you can say, Kuram. He came all the way to see Ramanuja and accept him as his Guru. So everybody were supporting Guru Talwan and presenting him before Ramanujan, and said he and his wife, they came to take initiation from him. Please accept them as your disciple. Dasharathi, his own sister's son, Mudalai Andan, his name is Mudalai Andan. In Tamil, there is one name, and one is very easy name to be called as Dasharathi, sister's son. He also joined the Matha. Now, he also came and took shelter of Ramanujan. So these two, that is Kuresha and Dasharathi. So Kuresha and Dasharathi, they actually became very great disciples also. They joined the Matha. They joined the Matha means first they came and took initiation from Ramanujan. Now here we know the teacher, Yadav Prakash, who was not liking Ramanuja, especially when Ramanuja gave the wonderful description about Kapiyasam Pundarikaksham, where Ramanuja said, Kapiyasam, the flower which blooms because of the rays of the sun, that is compared to Krishna's eyes, or Krishna's eyes is compared to the flower, that is lotus. So getting better explanation from Ramanuja was actually causing enviousness in the heart of Yadav Prakash. So he was thinking how to get rid of this person. So last, he just threw him out. When it came to Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, the explanation given by Ramanuja was more wonderful. First it was Satyam Jnanam Ananta Brahman, then Kapiyasam Pundarikaksham, Sarvam Khalidam Brahman. All these aphorisms from Vedas were very nicely taught by Ramanuja rather than by his own teacher Yadav Prakash. But Yadav Prakash could not tolerate this better explanation given by Ramanujan. So at last he threw him out. It so happened, his mother, she used to come every day to Varadaraj Perumal. Somehow she was a great devotee of Varadaraj. She used to come and take darshan of Varadaraj Perumal. And she used to always have some talk with Puratalvar, that is, she used to talk with uh, Tirukachi Nambi. So every time this is to happen, she used to talk with Tirukachi Nambi, take some guidance from him. Then in the mind, she used to think, what is my son doing? Why is he not taking up Sri Vaishnavism? Why is he not accepting Varadaraj as a supreme personality of Godhead? What is he doing? He's just he's just an Ekadandi sannyasi. And there, Sri Vaishnavism means three dandi sannyasi. Vaishnavas, when they take up to sannyasa, they have three dandas. That is Karmana, Manasa, Gira. With everything, Karmana, Manasa, and body, everything surrendered to Krishna. Why is he not taking this threefold secrets of Vaishnavism? Then everything has to offer to Krishna, and one should know one's position, that one is servant of Krishna, one cannot become one with Krishna. And what is this Aham Brahmasmi, which is wrongly understood? So his mother is to contemplate. When my son is growing old also, when is he going to take up to Sri Vaishnavism? Why is he taking up a wrong philosophy? So what she did was she went to her son and told Yadav Prakash, see, take shelter of Ramanuja. Now see, teacher and the son and the student. A teacher's mother is telling to teacher, to her son, take shelter of your own student Ramanuja. He is not ordinary. He has taken Tridandi Sannyasi. He is now with Tridandi Sannyasi. He has taken up to renounced order. Take his shelter. He told his mother, it's not so easy. I have committed myself to this Ekadandi Sannyas. Though in the mind, he was also understanding that this so-called Advaitist philosophy is actually a confusing philosophy. In the mind, he used to understand. His consciousness actually was not approving completely this Advaitism, a wrong philosophy. So then he was thinking, but he was not able to give it up. When his mother is telling, that time also he says, no, a lot of prayashchitta has to be done. I have to travel all over the world. I cannot just do this. I cannot just take Tridandi sannyas. I cannot have shikha. I cannot have a Brahminical thread. I have taken up Ekadandi sannyas, where everything has to be shaved off, where no Brahminical thread has to be worn. So then I have taken up these processes. I cannot do it. In the night, Lord appears in his dream. Varadaraj Perumal appears in his dream and says, you need not travel all over the world. You just circumambulate Ramanuja. Take his shelter. That is enough. Now, Lord appears in the dream and tells. Still, when he wakes up, he has double mind. Is this dream true? Or just is my mental concoction? So let me go to Varadaraj Perumal. So he goes to the temple, Kanchipuram temple, Varadaraj Perumal temple. He expresses this to Tirukachi Nambi, Kanchipurna, Tirukachi Nambi, and tells, everybody knows Tirukachi Nambi, that is Kanchipurna, he does Ekanta Seva, Lord speaks to him. So he tells that I have a confusion. Please ask Lord. He did not say anything. He just said, I have a confusion. What confusion and all, he did not say. I have a confusion. Please ask Lord. Lord gives a whole history to Tirukachi Nambi, who comes and tells to Ramanuja. He relates that, see, your mother wants you to take up Sri Vaishnavism, to take shelter of Ramanuja, isn't it? I said, yes. Then you did not take it because you had double mind. You thought that you should do prayashchitta. You have to travel to the whole world. Then Lord appeared in your dream. Is it right? He said, yes, that is right. Lord appeared in the dream. What did Lord say? Just circumambulate Ramanuja? Said, yes. He was surprised that the dream what he had was actually true. And here Varadaraj Perumal is also telling the same thing. He was so surprised. Then immediately he just followed what came in his dream. He went and circumambulated Ramanuja. and took his shelter. Ramanujan accepted him as his disciple and gave the name Govindajiyar. Now is Govindajiyar. He had been given a task of writing a book. That book's name is Yati Dharma, which has 11 chapters. So he wrote a book. Yati means sannyas. What should be the dharma of a sannyasi? Yati Dharma. 11 chapters are there in that book. It is said he was not having much fortune of serving Ramanujan because his lifespan was less. And he left the body and went to the abode to serve Lord. Now here in Kanchipuram, Ramanujan is teaching to his disciples. But there in Srirangam, all the devotees, especially the disciples of Ramanujacharaya, they are all in anxiety when we are going to bring Ramanujan here, because this is the headquarters of Sri Vaishnavism. From here, he has to preach Sri Vaishnavism. Somehow he has to be brought. So what they do is, they send Vararanga, Tiruvaranga, Perumal higher. So they send him. There's a big name is there. Ariyar. So Tiruvaranga Perumal Ariyar. He is a wonderful disciple of Ramanujacharaya who has a wonderful voice. He's a Gayaka actually. He's a musician. He sings so nicely. So he is sent. He comes. He sings before Lord. Lord is very happy. Lord says, tell more, sing more, sing more. Then he said, I'll give you whatever you want, I'll give you. He goes on singing. Then he says, I want Ramanujan. Lord said, accept him, you ask anything. Accept him, you ask whatever you want, I'll give you. He said, then why are you calling yourself Varadaraj? How can you be the king of the benedictions? You cannot give Ramanujan and you call yourself king of benedictions. Change your name. That is best. But somehow you could convince Lord to give Ramanujan. That is why Kanchipuram is known as Tyaga Mandapa, the place where Lord sacrificed his own disciple, that is Ramanujan. Tyaga Mandapa. On the contrary, Srirangam is Bhoga Mandapa. Why? Ramanujan is going to come there. So when Vararanga pleases Lord, Ramanujan also is hearing that. And Ramanujan is seeing that Lord is ready to give Ramanujan to Srirangam. Immediately Vararanga is so happy. And Ramanujan is also so happy. Without even going to his mata, he just walks along with Tiruvaranga to Srirangam. He tells his disciple Dasharati to bring his Tiru Aradhana deities. His Tiru Aradhana deities, that is the ones whom he is worshipping. Every sannyasi has a deity to worship. So those deities are brought by Dasharati, his sister's son Dasharati, Mudalayandan. He is the only relative with whom Ramanujan was there, or Ramanujan kept this relative with him because he took up to Sri Vaishnavism. He became a wonderful devotee. And Ramanujan always kept Dasharati with him. So Dasharati went along with Ramanujan. To some extent, even Kuresha, that is Kuratalvar, he also went to some time and then came back to Kanchipuram. So Kuratalvan came back to Kanchipuram. After that, he went to his village, that is Kuram. He went to his village. It is said he is known as Kuranatha. Who Kuresha, Kuratalvan is known as Kuranatha. He was such a rich man, such a wealthy person. He used to feed everyone. Till night, people used to come and have free food. Everybody used to give prasadam. One day it became so late, till night prasad distribution is going on. Late night, the doors of his mansion got closed. He will never close his gate, but he will only close after everybody is fed. So that day it became very late because people were going on, coming, the prasadam distribution was happening. So while closing the gate, it was closed little violently, chor se, violently. So the sound of the ringing bells, because that gate itself was so huge, with so many bells, because it was closed little with force, the sound of the ringing reached to Kanchi. Because this Kuram is just 3 miles from Kanchi. There, Lord is sleeping. Perundevi Tayar is also sleeping. And when this gate closed so violently, it is said the ringing of the bells was heard by Perundevi Tayar and Varadaraj Perumal. She is asking to Lord, hey, from where does such a sound came? It's night, late night, from where this sound has come? And Lord said, you know, in Kuram, there's a great devotee, Kuratalvan. He feeds everyone. And that is how today it became late. So, oh, I really want to see him. Then what she does is she asks Tirkachi Nambi, that is Kanchipurna, to go to Kuram and see what is exactly happening. So Tirkachi Nambi, he comes to Kuram and relates everything to Puresha, Kuratalvan. Then what happened yesterday night? The closing of the gate was there so late. He said, how did you come to know that I closed the gate late at night, or the gate was closed very late? He said that the sound of the closing was heard by Tayar and Perumal. Then just said, oh, why disturb them at night? This pride of wealth will really degrade me. See, Dasharati, he got such a wonderful opportunity to go with Ramanujan. But I am so proud. I think that I am distributing so many things. What really belongs to me? Nothing belongs to me. Everything is Lord. And I'm just thinking that I'm a wealthy person. I'm Nath, Kuranatha, Kuranatha. And everybody are calling me Kuranatha. I'm so happy. Let me give up everything. Let me just go and take shelter of Ramanujan. So in this way, he and his wife, Andal, Andalamma, not the Andal of 12 Alvars. Her name is also Andalamma. Actually, in every house in South, they keep one daughter's name as Andal. So he tells to Andalamma, come, let us go. First, let us go to Kanchipuram. Let us do some atonement. Because we disturbed Tayar and we have disturbed Perumal. First, we'll go and beg forgiveness to them. It is late night and I'm making such a sound. Now, this sound was heard 3 miles far. So let us go and beg forgiveness and do some atonement. So some prayashchitta was done, and then they both started towards Srirangam. He tells to his wife, just give up everything. Anyhow, they have left everything. Let us go peacefully to Ramanujan and take his shelter. So they were walking. At that time, he was seeing that his wife is hiding something. She was trying to protect that thing. And he was observing, he asked, what are you really trying to protect? You're hiding something, you're protecting something. You're afraid that somebody will steal it. She told that I'm carrying a glass. This is silver glass. Because we don't have anything with us. And if you feel thirsty also, some glass should be there. That is why I'm carrying this glass. He said, I told you, just give up everything. We have wonderful palms. We can drink water from this also. Why you want to take anything? Just we have to give it up. He takes that glass, whirls around and just throws it. In this way, just giving up everything. Such a wealthy merchant, Kuranatha, giving up everything, goes to Ramanujan, takes his shelter. In Srirangam, Ramanuja is so happy to welcome Kuresha, that is Kuratalva. Actually, Kuresha, Dashrati, if you see Ramanuja's further Leelas, they have a lot of important roles, especially Kuratalvan has played a lot of important roles. Now here, before Kuresha comes to Srirangam, Ramanuja has come to Srirangam. When Ramanuja enters Srirangam, everybody is very happy. And Ramanuja goes and takes darshan, first of the Vimana, Pranava Vimana, that is known as Omkar Vimana. And he goes and takes darshan of Nammalvar, Vishwakshena Mudarayar. He goes and takes darshan of Nammalvar. And all the people are just saying, yes, he is our Bhavishyatacharya. What Nammalvar has predicted 5,000 years before, that is coming true. Then he goes inside the sanctum. That sanctum, Mandapa, is known as Ayagiya Manavalan Tirumandapam. Ayagiya means very beautiful. The Lord who is the most beautiful in the entire universe. Ayagiya Manavalan Tirumandapam. So this is the mandapa or the altar's name of Lord Ranganatha. So when Ramanuja sees Ranganatha, he's so happy. Actually, Ramanuja first did not take darshan of Ranganatha. If you remember, when he comes to meet Ramanujacharaya, he sees the body of Ramanujacharya. He's so upset. Without even taking darshan of Ranganatha, he just leaves to Kanchipuram. So he has not yet taken darshan of Ranganatha. Now, after taking sannyas, when he is brought to Srirangam by Tiruranga, at that time he takes darshan of Ranganatha and is so stunned, seeing the beauty of Ranganatha. And he is very happy and he thinks, oh, such a beautiful Lord. What beautiful eyes he has. Such a beautiful eyes. And in this way, when he comes to Srirangam, he sets up the administration of the temple. Especially in the temples, you have shops, isn't it? You have the groceries where it is weighed and it is given. So weight measures, all these things are also there. He checked all these things and he used to keep an eye. Every day he used to go to different departments. You have flower making department. Actually, flower seva is the most wonderful seva which every devotee should aspire for. And in the flower seva, he is to be very careful what type of flowers are brought, how they are offered, and all these things was taken care by Ramanujacharya. Prasadam distribution seva was taken care of. Prasadam distribution seva, especially the quality of prasadam. He used to monitor everything. Then you have accounts department. See, 1,000 years before itself, Ramanuja set up all these administration processes in a very systematic way. Learning process, staying process of the disciples. Everything was put into a nice administration, nice in an organized way. Because you have to organize everything. Without organizing, it cannot be put. So he organized everything systematically in the temple. Now here Dasharati anyhow was assisting him. Kuratalvar also has come. Kuresha, Kuratalvar has also come. Kuresha along with his wife Andalamma has arrived in Srirangam. After giving up all their wealth, their land, whatever designations, everything was given up and they came to Ramanuja. Actually, what is surrenderance? This is surrenderance. We have so much of desires that I want to hold this, especially the position. It's not so easy to come out of the position. It is said in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sarvopati vinirmuktvam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti jate. What is Uttama Bhakti? This is Uttama Bhakti. Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam. It is not so easy to come out of this position of Nath, the protector or the owner. It's not so easy. A person who is known as Kuranatha, coming out of his position and taking shelter of Ramanujan, giving up all his richness and taking shelter of Ramanujan, it's not so easy even to comprehend also. We have in Gaudiya Sampradaya, Raghunath Das Goswami, who was the son of such a wealthy person, wealthy zamindar, giving up everything and taking shelter of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees Raghunath Das Goswami sitting near the place where the kitchen, the water is to come from the kitchen. There was a kitchen, Jagannath Puri temple, they washed the kitchen. And the water comes through a small tunnel type, you can say. It comes from there, not tunnel, what you call a small canal type they make. So from that it comes. So he's sitting there and he's collecting the rice and then washing the rice and then taking it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, oh, you're taking a nice feast. Share with me also. Just saying. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked the renunciation which Raghunath Das Goswami had. It's not so easy to get renunciation, to have such renunciation. It's not so easy to give up everything and taking shelter. It's not so easy. Now, Kuratalwan has done that. In further episodes, we can see that how Kuratalwan has dedicated everything, even his eyes, to Ramanujacharya. He dedicated his eyes, he removed his eyes. It could have been Ramanujacharya's eyes, but he removed his eyes. So we can see so many sacrifices which Kuratalwan has done. Because of Kuresha only, today we have the Bhashya, Sri Bhashya written. But also episode will come. So anyhow, in this episode, we can see that how Yadav Prakash, who was such a proud teacher, pride of his so-called knowledge of Advaitism, he took shelter of Ramanujan. Because it is a wrong understanding that Lord Shiva is a supreme person. Lord Shiva is also a great Vaishnava. So his mother advising him to take shelter of Ramanujan became so wonderful gift for him. The Lord appears in his dream and advises him. Just see, Lord appearing in the dream and advising, just circumambulate Ramanujan, that is enough. It is said, Acharya mam vijaniyam na vamanyeta karhichet na martaya buddhya suyeta sarvadevo mayo guru. Acharya mam vijaniyam. Consider Acharya as good as myself. Lord says, Acharya mam vijaniyam na vamanyeta karhichet. Don't have enviousness towards Acharya. Because Acharya is the one who sets the principles, who makes us progress in devotional service. Acharyas are not ordinary people. Acharya mam vijaniyam, Krishna says, consider Acharya as good as myself. Now Dasharati, Kuresha, Govindajiya, like that many disciples took shelter of Ramanujacharya. Considering Acharya as good as Krishna. Nava manyeta karichet. Never degrade an Acharya. Nava manyeta. Don't disrespect an Acharya. Na martaya buddhya suyeta. Don't consider an Acharya to be just a mortal being. Na martaya buddhya suyeta. Never have enviousness towards Acharya. Srila Prabhupada, who traveled all over the world, gave Krishna consciousness to everyone. Do you think he's an ordinary person? No. Whoever is totally dedicated to Srila Prabhupada can understand the Srila Prabhupada's mercy, only Srila Prabhupada's mercy, that a person is progressing. Without Srila Prabhupada, what would have been our plight? So Acharyas have come to give us the right path. because we are just simple sadhakas. Even to know about Krishna, we cannot do that without Acharya. Everybody does some ding dong bell. In every house, ding dong bell happens. But Brahmande Brahmite Kona Bhagyavana Jiva, Guru Krishna Prasad Paye Bhakti Lata Beach. In Brahmanda, there are so many people who are wandering. Some go to this temple, some go to that temple, some do this vrata, some do that vrata, some do this ritual, some do that ritual. It's happening. But Guru Krishna Prasad Paye, mercy of Guru is very important. Prabhupada functions through his mercy. Prabhupada functions through his teachings. In the same way, Acharyas who are there in the disciplic successions of Sri Vaishnavism, the main Acharyas, when the contemporary Acharyas, the main Acharya, 1000 years before, Ramanujacharaya, but before that only he is predicted by the Malwa that he is the Acharya. Why? Who is Ramanuja? He is Balaram himself. He is Adi Guru. He is Guru for all the Acharyas. Though he is called as Bhavishyat Acharya, but he is Guru for all the Acharyas. That is why he is the Acharya. He is Acharya for all Acharyas. Every Acharya has to be named. But when it comes to just saying Acharya, it is Ramanujacharya. Just see how Srirangam is benefited by getting wonderful Acharya, Ramanujacharya, which was a desire of Yamunacharya, that somehow Bhavishyat Acharya, that is Ramanujacharya, should be brought here. And this desire is expressed by Nathamuni through his disciples to Yamunacharya. We know the story of how Pundrikaksha, who is the disciple of Nathamuni, gives this knowledge to Ramamishra. Ramamishra teaching this knowledge to Alavandaru, that is Yamunacharya. Yamunacharya giving his knowledge to 5 disciples. 5 disciples giving this knowledge to Ramanujacharya, and somehow brings Ramanujacharya to Srirangam. And how this knowledge of how the knowledge comes to Nathamuni? Through Nammalvar. In Alvar Tirunagari, that is Tirunelveli. And who is Nammalvar? Vishwakshena himself. That is why they said, Lakshmi Natha Samarambhan Nathayamna Madhyavan. Lakshmipati giving the knowledge to Lakshmi, Lakshmi giving the knowledge to Vishwakshena, Vishwakshena appearing as Nammalvar, Nammalvar giving this knowledge to Nathamuni, Nathamuni then through Yamunacharya to Ramanujar, and in this way, Asmad Guru Paryantam, Asmad Acharya Paryantam, till date, whoever Acharyas are there, from this disciplic succession, they are all blessed. Blessed by the mercy of Ramanujacharya. So in this way, Ramanujacharya is the Acharya for all the Acharyas, irrespective of all the, you can say, Sampradayas. In every Sampradaya, it is a general rule. If you want to write a commentary on Bhagavad Gita, you have to refer to the Bhashya commentary given by Sri Bhashya commentary given by Ramanujacharya. Without his commentary, no Acharyas can write books. If Prabhupada is also translated, he has to refer to the commentaries given by Ramanujacharya, because he is Balaram himself. So in this way, his Guru becomes Govindachiyar. He has given a beautiful book which is known as Yati Dharma. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. Any questions? No questions? Okay, we'll stop here. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, so wonderful.